sometimes, it's the things you don't expect that are the most interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a perfect example during King Charles and Queen Camilla's trip to Italy to celebrate their 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
They ended up having this audience with Pope Francis that nobody really saw coming.
Right.
So we've been looking at reports, especially from CNN, to sort of break down just what went on with this surprise meeting.
Yeah, it was interesting how this whole thing came together because, there was a formal visit planned to the Vatican and then it got postponed.
Right.
Because of the Pope's health issues, right? I mean, he
Yeah.
had that pretty serious double pneumonia earlier this year.
Yeah.
And he was hospitalized for a while. It was a pretty big deal.
It was life-threatening, they said.
Yeah, it was really serious. And then for this private meeting to happen,
Yeah.
It was reportedly at the invitation of the Pope himself.
Oh, wow.
And they only confirmed it like the day of.
Really?
Yeah, it adds a whole other layer to this,
It really does, especially when you consider that both of them have had health issues recently.
Oh, absolutely.
King Charles is going through cancer treatment, as we all know.
Right.
And you can just feel the weight behind their exchange of well wishes,
Yeah.
CNN mentioned that the Pope congratulated them on their anniversary, and the King and Queen wished him a speedy recovery.
Yeah, just a very human moment in the middle of all this official business.
Exactly. And thinking about the timeline,
Yeah.
they had this meeting on Wednesday afternoon,
Right.
right after King Charles gave that historic address to the Italian parliament.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's the first British monarch ever to do that.
Wow.
So it seems like he had quite the day.
Yeah, a very significant and busy day, and then this private meeting at the Vatican right in the middle of it.
Now, this wasn't their first meeting, was it?
It wasn't, no.
They met before, right?
This was actually their third meeting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they met in 2019 for the canonization of Cardinal John Henry Newman, which was a really big event for the Catholic Church in England.
Yeah.
He was the first English saint since 1970.
Wow.
And then they met again in 2017 with Camilla, but this is the first meeting since Charles became king.
Right.
So it adds a different dimension to their interactions on the world stage.
It really does. And there's always that symbolic element to these encounters,
Mm-hmm.
the exchange of gifts.
Oh, right.
There's that photo the Vatican released with King Charles holding a small red box.
Yeah.
And I know CNN didn't say what was in it right away,
Right.
but, these gifts can say a lot in these diplomatic situations.
They really can.
What do you think they're trying to convey with these exchanges?
Well, they often represent some kind of shared interest or cultural heritage,
Right.
especially with this meeting,
Mm-hmm.
With the well wishes and the diplomatic ties. The gift probably had some special meaning for both of them
Yeah.
and the institutions they represent.
So for you, the takeaway is this wasn't just a formality.
No, not at all.
This meeting that kind of came out of nowhere with all these postponed plans and health challenges really shows how important this relationship is between the Crown and the Holy See,
Exactly.
especially now that Charles is king.
Right. It really makes you think about these short meetings between world leaders,
Yeah.
especially when they're dealing with personal issues on top of their official duties.
Right.
What's really being said in those 20 minutes? Are they talking about diplomacy, mutual respect, history?
Yeah.
And in a world with so much going on, what kind of message does a meeting like this send, even if it's just a brief one?
It's definitely something to think about.
It is.
Thanks for joining us today.
It was my pleasure.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
I look forward to it.